A beach, any beach, wherever, is my absolute favorite spot to be. This is not just any beach. This is the beach alongside the Atlantic coast of Portugal. And it's pretty empty here. I basically have all of this beach to myself, which is kind of hard to believe in the middle of the summer. And do you know where my car is parked? This is the best part. It's right by the beach. This, what you're looking at, is my view straight out from the living room. If we turn around a little bit, the car is right there. Literally within 10 meters from the beach. Now I'm sitting in the car in my living room, free to do whatever I want. And this is my view, just look at this. This whole parking lot and the beach is pretty much just void of people. And I have this place all to myself. It's incredible. Large parts of the Portuguese coastline is covered with wooded boardwalks that you can use for walking or running. Every day I see long distance hikers walking here, loaded with all their backpacks and gear and sun hats and everything. And you can see that these people are not from the area, they're not locals. I believe this stretch right here is a popular path for quote-unquote pilgrims to take when walking from Portugal to Spain. If you were living right on the beach with a house or an apartment, it would be pretty expensive. Do you know how much I pay in rent in order to stay here? Nothing. not a single penny. This place went straight into my personal list of favorite parkings. And do you know how many times I've been troubled by the police here? None. That's the best part. Not one single time has the police come here and asked me to move or interrogated me in any shape or form. I don't know the details about wild camping laws in Portugal. Apparently, it is allowed along the coast up in the north of Portugal, where I am right now, but further down south, apparently it's not allowed. So we'll see what happens when we go down south. Having the beach right by your feet, all this is great. But there's even one more thing that has been awesome since I came here. The temperature is just perfect. Currently, it's about 21 or 22 degrees Celsius, I believe. Most days since I've got here has been even lower. At night, I have to put on my sweater if I want to go out on an evening walk. And that has been so nice, you have no idea. It's hard to believe that if you drive just a couple of hours inland, you get upwards of 40 degrees Celsius. It was so warm I couldn't be there. I didn't last one single day. Well, I lasted one day because I had to, but the second day I woke up like, fuck it, gotta go hit the coast. I was worried I had made a mistake coming to Portugal. Perhaps I should have gone north instead. But so far, this weather is just fucking perfect. I have an announcement to make. One that I'm not particularly proud of, but yeah, I stopped being a vegan for the moment. I'm kind of experimenting a little bit. I switched to a diet called Keto, meaning it's high in fats, moderate or medium protein, and low, if any, carbs. The source where you get your energy from primarily is the fat. Cutting out all the carbs is going to keep the insulin level at a minimum, which in turn has a lot of great benefits for the body. So I'm trying this out, and so far I have to say it's working really good for me. Oh, and I only try to eat once a day. Technically they call it intermittent fasting. By volume, all of this is mostly veggies. It is possible to do a vegan keto diet, and I might get there eventually. There's a fucking ant on the plate. Oh, Jesus. Sort of part of the protocol is to also only eat whole foods and organic foods. My shrimps, I made sure they were wild caught, straight from the ocean. The same goes with the mozzarella. It's organic in Europe. This means by definition they have spent most of their time outdoors eating grass. I'm going to prepare a dessert, keto dessert, I call it. So, when you're on a keto diet, one problem is there may be a lack of fibers. Fibers are a type of sugar that isn't absorbed by your human body, but the gut bacteria loves it. And so fiber is a good thing. So what I do, I take organic shea and I pour it into a bowl. Then I cover this with water. I don't know exactly how much shea and how much water you should be using. I kind of just wing it. Next, we are going to cover this with a kitchen towel and just let it sit there for a little bit. About half an hour or so will be fine. The water is going to make the seeds swell. The seeds are going to develop a gel-like capsule of some sort. So later it's like having a pudding. We just drop in a couple of berries and it's a dessert. Gosh, just look at my view. It never gets tiring. Absolutely amazing. I go out and dip my toes into that water in less than 1 minute. So, I have been staying here a number of days already. Most of the days have been cloudy, overcast, rainy, a little bit cold even. And when that happens, I don't leave the car. I don't even step outside. I do my sports inside the car. I love spending time on my computer. It's like the best thing in this world is just to chill in front of my computer. And one of the things I've been doing as of late is to try out remastered versions of old click-and-point adventure games. To give you a few examples, Monkey Island, well, that's about the only example I can think of from the top of my head, Monkey Island. For each game, the total amount of time I spend playing them is like half an hour, and then I give up and move on to the next title. Currently, I just started a remastered version of a game called Grim Fandango, something like that. I never played this game when I was little, so why not do it now? Here's what that looks like. So this is the game. I am playing this character, which is supposed to represent death. He sometimes goes into the land of the living to grab people that just died, and then it brings them back to this place and tries to sell them tickets for how to cross into the afterlife in a much more elegant fashion through train or something, because
I'll never get out of this place. You and your fancy suits and your nose holes way up in the air. You think you're better than me? No. Good.
it was the first time I saw this character. Let's follow him and see what happens. And it's the first time I am in this room.
Ugh, that smell.
What's so cool about this remastered version of the game, so this is an old game but in a new edition, is that you have this icon up here in the top left corner, and if you click on it, you will hear a commentary from the makers of this game.
Down in QA, we got on the project way earlier than we ever had on any other project, and we would play the game with the concept art on the screen.
Can I pick this up?
No thanks. That stuff smells terrible, man.
Nope. Well, then there's nothing else to do in here, I suppose. Let's walk this way. And then get out of here. I don't know anything about the plot of this game. I just walk around and see what happens. Let's go in here. I've already been in here too. I'm a little bit lost at the moment, to be honest, what I'm supposed to do with this game right now.
It's locked.
Okay, it used to be open, so we can't do that anymore. I have no idea what to do now. There's obviously an object somewhere that I need to click on. But
It's locked.
you know, good luck finding the object. So what we're going to do is to stop this game. And have some dessert instead. See how jelly this is? Like a dessert. Blueberries is actually quite low on sugar. Need salt. Really good. You probably want to see more of my view instead of me. Let's do this. Yeah. Something like that. Cool. Okay. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. First, before we talk, just look at this sunset. Damn. Here comes the cat. Oh, yeah. Tyst med honom. Tyst med bebis. Tyst med bebis. What I wanted to talk to you about is something super important. We were playing a video game just moments ago, and we did that while my laptop battery was completely disconnected from my laptop. This motherfucker almost burnt my car down to the ground the other day. I was doing some regular internet browsing when I noticed all of a sudden that my laptop battery, despite being plugged into the wall, is only at a 30% state of charge. I didn't care too much about it because it was still usable. If I stopped using my computer, he regained a full battery. Day number 2. As I've done so many times before, I shut this machine off, I put it beneath my pillow in the bed, I go take a shower. After the shower, when I come out, I take my hand to reach the computer, and I thought something bit me because I felt immediately a pain. And so I open up the cover to see whether a bug in my back that just bit me or something, but nothing. So I don't think too much about it. I reach for my computer again, and that's when I feel it. The laptop is so hot, it burns just touching it. And I immediately understood this motherfucker was about to have, it already had a thermal runoff, and it could explode or catch a fire any minute now. And I was all naked after the shower. So I put on my clothes very, very fast. I take out the computer in the rain. It was raining outside. I leave it far away from the car, thinking that all my work, everything on the computer is lost because he's going to catch a fire or he's going to explode any minute now. If not that, the rain is sure gonna get it, right? I understood and I Googled this. These laptop batteries, they are of such an inferior, bad quality that they do not last long. And by the end of their life, usually, if you're lucky, this battery is going to swell. And it's going to swell so much that it's actually going to break the computer because there's no space inside the computer for the battery to swell, so it's going to break your computer. Now, that's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky like I was, you have a thermal runoff, and if I didn't catch my thermal runoff when this computer was in my bed, had I gone for a walk, I can guarantee you my car would have burnt down to the ground when I came back. You have no idea how pissed off I was. I Googled this and it's a frequent problem. This is what you can expect to happen to your shitty laptops in this day and age. This can probably still be used, but that would obviously be a very bad choice. I disconnected the battery and this computer still runs just fine. This guy, I'm going to leave it out. If you have your laptop, certainly in a van like mine, if you're using a laptop in a car, disconnect the battery. This is a serious fire hazard. You don't want that to happen to you. Even if you live in an apartment or a house, disconnect the battery, don't use it. When I bought this machine, it was the world's fastest 13-inch laptop. And the most expensive I could find too. Yet it didn't last me more than 2 or 3 years until it almost burnt down my fucking car. I'm dead serious, guys. Disconnect the battery. I hope you enjoyed a little bit more of a simple video from me today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Good night.